What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I just want to make this really quick video because I've been sourcing through and going through all of the emails and looking at the different review videos that you guys send me on a regular basis and ask me to react to. And of course, I get all kind of videos from political to relationship to cultural and even layoff videos and things like that, right? And so I go through them and I source through them in order to, determine whether or not I want to talk about it on the Millionaire Morning Show, or if I want to talk about it on the Anton Daniels channel, or even if I want to include it on After Hours. But let me see. Let me say this, and I just want to be very just real with y'all of what I see, because I look at the trends, right? The way that my mind works is I look at what's popular, I look at what's trending, but then I look at the trends. And what's trending and the trends are two different things. What's trending is what's being pushed through the algorithm because everybody want to talk about it at the same time. The trend, or what trends are, is how things are moving based off of what's happening in the culture. So I'll give you an example. Trending could be Drake's new album just dropped. I can hear my daughter upstairs talking about it today. Everybody putting up the footage of the new Drake concerts and stuff like that. That's trending, all right? Trends are how things are going or how things are moving based off of what society or the culture is presenting you. So I can say a trend is that, a lot of people are decide not to travel so much because everybody is going broke. Or, a trend, or I don't even want to say a trend because I think that that word may be overused a little bit, but a cultural norm or the way that something is going is based off of economic activity, and the people that are complaining because everybody is getting laid off at the same time, you know, everybody is trending towards, going back towards used cars and maybe paring back their lifestyle and stuff like that. So, when you're looking at everything in society and what's happening in the United States of America as a whole, I think that the biggest thing that I'm seeing, the trend, is for women, and specifically white women, are the ones that are complaining the most. White women are the ones that I see complaining the most in culture and society. I see a lot of complaining from women as a whole, black women specifically, but white women, y'all are the ones that's really taking the cake. And it's getting so bad. And this is the thing that I've been saying as far as black people, to an extent, black culture and the things that we celebrate the most is toxic. But black people tend to have an, an affinity for following white people. And no matter how bad a segment of the population like white people are doing, black people still pedestalize them and compare themselves to them, even though there may be a completely different group that is winning. So we know that Asians and Indians from a specific demographic are the ones that are generating the majority of the income inside of our households. And instead of us following and trying to understand, okay, well, what are they doing? Even though they are a smaller part of the population, black people are only 13.6% of the population still. White people still are the majority of the population. Why are we still saying, well, white people this or systematic or this and that, when the people that have the highest average household income are not the ones that you're comparing yourselves to? So what you then do is, because you're pedestalizing them so much, you follow them off of the cliff. I see a whole lot of white women, for example, and I got review videos that's going to be coming out. Those are scheduled for tomorrow. I see a whole lot of white women, for example, talking about how how should they convince their husbands, or how should they bully their husbands, or should they leave their husbands if their husbands don't take their concerns seriously about what's going on with the federal government. And oh my God, I'm so scared. And I seen a couple different women videos that y'all sent me that y'all gonna see tomorrow, and they're talking about how what should they do to further push their husbands and convince them to move out of the country because they're scared and they don't substantiate their fears and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? First of all, I'm always amazed that I have so much content to sort through to figure out what I'm going to talk about in the first place, because why are y'all on the internet talking about your personal business and making your husband look bad or making your man look bad when you were an extension of him, and you talking about and seeking advice from people outside of your household on how you gonna bully him into moving out of the country, which is a bad idea, and then y'all gonna look stupid, and then he's gonna have to take responsibility for the fact that he listened to your big head instead of standing 10 toes down on his masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, I'm always amazed at the foolishness that I see, because it's like they've hijacked the civil rights movement for feminism, hijacked feminism for the LGBTQ community, and now they transforming y'all sons into some of the most feminine beings on the face of the earth, and y'all still following them off of the cliff. White women are the ones that are complaining the most. It is insane. It is crazy. And it's so funny because, you know, the one thing that I will say about most black people that were raised in environments that were not necessarily conducive for our lifestyle, meaning that they were impoverished, maybe a little bit ghetto, being raised in the hood, the projects, all of those type of places, is that when you then start talking about layoffs or adjustments or, you got to survive, we may complain, but we adapt. We adapt. We move. We shake. We make adjustments. That we do what we got to do in order to run up a bag. We don't just sit there and die. You know what I'm saying? We gonna figure out where the money is. Somebody gonna have to come up with something. Whatever you got to do, you're going to have to do. But we certainly are not ones that are going to die. It seemed like white people and white women, boy, when they go through something, oh my God, Timmy got a head scratch, and next thing you know, they trying to move out of the country. They trying to move out of the country. It is the white liberal women, and of course, it's not all women, right? Because it's only if the shoe fits wear it. And everybody that knows me knows that I don't believe in identity politics. I only believe in rocking out with people based off of whatever it is that you stand for. And so, if you're a good person, then I rock with you. If a bad person, then I choose not to roll with you on that particular issue. But it is the white liberal women that continue to lead this country into oblivion, into a downfall. If y'all don't stop following these women, these white women specifically, into the mire, and stop pedestalizing them and stop letting them lead you with conversation. And let me tell you another thing that they tend to do. One of the things that white women try to do is they then try to affirm you in order to try to, and of course, again, this is not all white women, but they try to affirm you in order to try to gain your support. They then say stuff like, and I don't know why you don't understand black women and all of that. Like, why is that even meaningful to you? Why would that be a thing that you go online and then record and have a conversation about when that's not even relevant to you? You will never understand what black men go through dealing with black women, and you'll never understand black women in general. And so, again, I don't understand why y'all feel so compelled to listen to these women, and they disrespect their husbands. They are causing all of this grief. They were the ones that talked all of this nonsense, and white men were the first ones that started to become passport bros. And y'all continue to follow them as though they have any kind of understanding on what it takes in order to truly be successful, when all they've caused is headache and wreak havoc on their own households. They were the first ones to start breaking up their households. You just did it exponentially more, and you thought that it was going to work out for you, and it's not. It's not. It's not going to work out for you. It's not best for you. So all I'm saying is be careful who you listen to. Pay attention to the trends and look at who the ones that are tearing up this country and deciding that they want to lead it into the mire. Now y'all want to be the 92%, 93%, when all y'all doing is following a trend that women that decided to break up their households, and now they leading their men into and white men is following white women trying to make them feel good. And I also see another trend. I'm gonna talk about that later, about white men trying to finesse black women and affirm them. And now black women are acting like it's, I don't want to get into it. I got to get in after hours. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later, bro. Peace.